our first time in Dinosaur Provincial Park.
If you're looking for one of the best and most unique road trips in Alberta, look no further than the Canadian Badlands, a 35,000 square mile region that covers a good chunk of southeastern Alberta and is famous for having the largest deposits of dinosaur bones in the world. There's many ways to explore the Badlands, but one of the best routes is the journey between Drumheller and Dinosaur Provincial Park, which we're going to explore in this video.
We're Matt and Carla, a Canadian couple with two totally different backgrounds, sharing our experience and advice about traveling in Canada.
So follow along as we continue to explore the second largest country on Earth. We're here at Orkney Viewpoint to kickstart our Alberta Badlands road trip, and we're really excited for this road trip because even though we've seen so much of Alberta as well as some of the Badlands, including Drumheller, many of the places that we're visiting on this road trip are completely new to us, including Dinosaur Provincial Park. But we're also excited because we've actually partnered with Toyota for this video, as they've given us their brand new 2022 Toyota Tundra Hybrid, the first ever hybrid truck in their lineup. And this one has an all-new interior and exterior design, as well as an all-new IMAX Force hybrid powertrain with 10-speed automatic transmission. We're really lucky too because they've given us their top-of-the-line model, the Crew Max Capstone, which comes with all kinds of features we love, such as 22-inch chrome wheels and something I really love, power running boards. And this one also has semi-aniline leather trimmed seats. I always love having leather in a vehicle. I think it looks really sharp, especially when they make it dual colors. But what I also noticed in this one is all these little holes here actually allow you to press a button and have the AC flow through the seat. It also has a 10-inch heads-up color display, a 12.3-inch display screen, a 12-speaker JBL audio system, and all sorts of exterior cameras that help you with parking, backing up, and even towing things. But of course, there's many other features, but we're going to explain them along the way, because right now it's time to enjoy the viewpoint. Well, this is kind of cool. I've been in Alberta my whole life, and it's the first time I've been on a ferry here.
This ferry goes so slow, it almost seems that we're not moving.
The first time I heard about this ferry, I was actually surprised because I didn't know we had any in Alberta since we have no ocean.
Well, we have rivers.
Yeah.
And we're crossing
just a short one.
Red.
No, this is the, yeah, I guess the Red Deer River.
Red Deer River. Yeah, I saw a sign there.
I think you could walk across, actually.
Well,
actually, even that Toyota might even make it across.
I don't think so. I know it's powerful, but it's still deep for that. We're now on North Dinosaur Trail, and when you are on the other side of the river is South Dinosaur Trail. But our next stop is gonna be Horsethief Canyon.
So something we've heard is that the reason why this is called Horsethief Canyon is because back in the day, those kind of Wild West days, people would get their horses stolen here, and I guess it was a pretty easy place to disappear.
Thank goodness for the air conditioning in the seats because it's so hot.
Well, we made it to one of Drumheller's little landmarks, Drumheller's little church. And I actually remember being here as a kid and standing out front with my brother. It almost looks like a toy church. But as they say, it actually sits 10,000 people, just 6 at a time.
This is so cute.
Well, we just passed Drumheller, and Drumheller is known as the dinosaur capital of the world. It's basically the main city of this region you definitely have to visit, but we're skipping it this time because we literally just made a video about it. So if you want to learn more about things to do in Drumheller, check that one out.
Crossing 11 bridges in less than 10 minutes is a very unique thing to do, but another thing to do is stopping at Last Chance Saloon, which has welcomed miners and visitors since 1913.
Well, this is a pretty cool place. I can see why people like it. There's so many interesting things on the walls to look at while you're here. And it's in a historic town, so it's called Ware. And it used to be home to about 2,200 miners. Pretty big town back in the day, and now only about 25 diehard people live here. Well, that was a tasty meal. They're quite known for their in-house smoked meat. So Carla ended up getting pork shoulder. I ended up getting ribs. Both were really good, and it was kind of cool to finish off the visit with some live music. But unfortunately, we got to get going because next up is the Hoodoos Trail. So in case you're wondering what hoodoos are, they're actually eroded pillars of soft sandstone rock topped with a resilient cap. That's why they kind of look like weird looking mushrooms. This place really feels like you're walking on another planet.
So hot.
We made it! Made it to the top, and just like that, we're back into prairie grassland.
It's pretty cool to visit these kinds of sites and learn about these formations, but it's not cool to pick up someone else's garbage that left behind. So pick up your garbage, people.
Well, we're on the highway once again. This time we're heading to Dinosaur Provincial Park. Well, actually Brooks, because it's going to be a little too late to explore Dinosaur Provincial Park tonight. But this is a good opportunity to show you how much power this thing has, because even though it's a V6, it's amazing how much power you can get in a truck of this size. It is a turbocharged V6, so I guess that's why. Hopefully you can hear it, because they also have acoustic glass on the driver's doors, which actually eliminates a lot of sound. We find it very quiet, but let's see. Sounds nice. Now that it's dark, you can see these really nice lights that come out all around the vehicle. Kind of makes me feel like I'm in a nightclub. Well, today we're going to be spending the whole day exploring Dinosaur Provincial Park. I'm pretty excited because I've never been here before. Are you excited?
I am!
Yeah, we actually wanted to stay here because they have options for camping, so it would have been pretty cool to stay on site, but unfortunately it's booked many months in advance, so just know that if you want to stay there. However, there is a city nearby called Brooks, so that's where we're going to be staying for 3 nights. We actually checked in at the Heritage Inn last night, which is kind of nice to have a hotel anyways. But yeah, it's also exciting because it's Carla's turn to drive the truck.
Are you that excited, baby? Because I'm excited. I've never driven such a big vehicle before. Everything is super big. It drives very smoothly. And what I love is the new feature of the cruise control, because it slows down when there's someone in front of you.
Welcome to Dinosaur Provincial Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And this place, right at the entrance of the park, is a great first stop because it offers such beautiful views over the entire Badlands, which were created about 14,000 years ago. And two of the major reasons why this site is a UNESCO World Heritage Site is because one, these Badlands are the largest and most spectacular in Canada, and perhaps more importantly, this destination is home to the largest and most comprehensive collection of Upper Cretaceous dinosaur fossils in the world.
And I don't want to scare you away. I don't know if we are in the right season, but there's tons of sandflies. They're
everywhere.
Yes, they're everywhere. So if you come, don't wear light colors and bring mosquito repellent.
This place is so rich in natural heritage that a visit to the visitor center is a must-do to learn about the 75 million years of diversity that this unique ecosystem has gone through. Well, this is a different kind of scale. Let's see how I measure up to one of the animals that lives in this park. Wolf.
I'm the same as small wolf or a pronghorn. After a quick stop at the visitor center to learn more about the park, we're now on the scenic driving tour where you can find a number of different trails, and we're gonna start with the Badlands Trail.
We found more hoodoos, and these ones actually look like they're defying gravity. I don't know how it's still staying up there. And one of the things we've read is that the word hoodoo is used by the indigenous people to refer to evil supernatural forces. And some of them believe that these were giants turned into stone by the Great Spirit due to their evil deeds.
It's hard to believe that 75 million years ago, this landscape used to be a waterlogged coastal plain with lush vegetation.
As you can tell, the Badlands are made up of different layers, and as it says here, the light colored layer is actually sandstone. And what's cool is if we could transplant ourselves back here to when they were first deposited, we'd be standing on the sandy bottom or beach of a deep river, because it says here that they know that since 70% of the park rocks are sandstone, they know that many rivers float across this area.
So we've heard that these hills are super slippery when wet, and here it explains why. And this is because the mudstone contains large amounts of clay minerals called smectites that, when dry, it shrinks into large crumbs, earning its name of popcorn rock called bentonite. And back in the day, it was commonly used to do ice cream, toothpaste, cosmetics, and paint. And I've heard from some of the ladies that live here in the Badlands that if you pick up some bentonite, of course not here in the provincial park because it's illegal, and you use it as a face mask, it will leave your skin very smooth.
I doubt we're going to be here to see this, but I'm pretty sure this place is going to be a hoodoo paradise soon because you're starting to see a lot of them form. I always wondered what gives them that solid cap on top that helps protect the lower layer from washing away, and it turns out it's because there's some iron in it, and that's why it looks red. Now we're at Trail of the Fossil Hunters. We're not going to do the hike though because it's getting a little hot. We have a tour coming up. But two things you shouldn't miss are the fossil displays. So right now we're at fossil display number 2, which says it's actually a recreation of a Centrosaurus bed found by park staff in 1977. It has special significance because it offered the first good evidence in the world that some horned dinosaurs may have moved about in large herds. The bone bed here discovered was the size of a football field with up to 111 bones per square meter.
Just a short walk from fossil display number 2 is fossil display number 1, and here it says that the reason why we can find so many fossils in Dinosaur Provincial Park is because of the high sedimentation rate in the late Cretaceous period, where dead animals were buried quickly before other animals ate them, and also before they got destroyed by erosion and decay.
It's a good thing there's a place to eat on site, the Cretaceous Cafe, because it's too far to go to Brooks and we're a bit hungry. So we're just having a quick bite to eat, some chicken tenders, a frappuccino, before our next tour begins. Hopefully it happens though, because there are some rain clouds, so fingers crossed.
The rain didn't come, but it's super windy!
The Fossil Finder tour allows you to seek out 75-million-year-old fossils, giving you a taste of what prospecting looks like for paleontologists. Finding any fossils?
No, they're hard to spot though. But let's see, she said that the best places to look for fossils is in the areas where there's more erosion. And we've learned that also in between layers of colors on the coulis. I'm already a paleontologist. I graduated, I found a bone. And what have you found?
Wind and lots of dust in my mouth and in my clothes and my eyes. Kind of hurts to blink right now. I'm focusing on the camera, so...
Excuses.
More dinosaur bones. There's bones everywhere here.
We're walking on a cemetery.
All right, well, we've reached the site where we're going to start looking for microfossils.
So I said that this is a piece of bone. Matthew says no. So now we're gonna call her up and let's see who's right. Usually it's me.
I can't wait to have proof on camera. Everyone can see.
Me too. I can't wait to have proof. I think this is a piece of bone. He says it's a piece of wood. So we want to see who's right.
Okay. So, do you remember the key features for identifying a dinosaur bone?
Shit. Yeah, that it has the little holes.
Does it have bubbles?
No, it doesn't have bubbles, but this one looks like the exposed bone that it was back there.
So this does have bubbles. If you look at it from this angle, yeah, dinosaur bone.
Who was right? Me.
Yeah, but you didn't see the bubbles.
I know,
though.
but it's because I know other things.
Oh yes.
Anyway, it looked like the other exposed bone. That's why I said yes.
This is like gambling, really.
No, there's the bubbles. Anyway, who was right?
Well, now we're just finding them everywhere.
I found this too, and I think this is part of the spine.
This is a piece of crocodile.
Where did I find
A ver.
Yeah, the closer you look, the more there is to see.
Huh?
She said that. Two parts of a crocodile. This one on a tooth.
Check this out. It's like a huge piece of a vertebrae.
This is my favorite dinosaur, the Ceratopsian.
Why?
I don't know, he looks friendly. He was a herbivore.
He looks like a rhino.
And I like rhinos.
And now they're going extinct too.
I know, sadly.
Even though this trip is focused on the Badlands and Dinosaur Provincial Park, we figured since we're staying in Brooks, we should check out some local attractions as well. And one of the top ones to see is the Brooks Aqueduct, which is a National Historic Site. It was built between 1912 and 1914 as an irrigation system to supply water to the arid farmlands of southeastern Alberta. And at the time it was the longest concrete structure of its kind in the world, and in 1987 was declared as one of the top 10 engineering milestones in Alberta.
We're back at Dinosaur Provincial Park because there are still a few things that we wanted to see and experience, including John Ware's cabin, who was a famous cowboy originally from South Carolina. And even though his life started out in slavery, he became one of Alberta's most remarkable pioneers.
It's not too often you actually hear about African American cowboy. So it's really cool that they have this on display, and it's cool that it's a part of Alberta's history. Another thing we came back for is for another one of their awesome tours. This one's called Cast from the Past, and we're gonna get to go behind the scenes to the Royal Tyrrell Paleontology Lab and make our own fossil cast. As of now, we actually don't know what fossil we're creating. It's a surprise, but our guide has explained that we start by putting plaster into the water and waiting until it forms little islands, and then adding it again until we make like a milkshake type texture.
So now let's do these dinosaur steps so everything goes inside the nooks and crannies.
Now we play the waiting game.
Are you excited?
Yeah, let's see what we have here.
Surprise! I don't know why this is.
So the fossil I ended up getting is an ammonite, an extinct sea creature. This is the actual fossil right here. There's the cast.
And I got the killing claw of a member of the raptor. Its name was Dinosaur. That's how it looked like. And yeah, it's a small dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period that had a retractable can opener claw on their second toe. What a great souvenir.
Extra bag?
It's now time to eat, and one place we were told we shouldn't miss is the steak pit at the Patricia Hotel. So this is basically located in between Brooks and Dinosaur Provincial Park. And what makes it unique, besides the surroundings, is that the steaks or hamburgers that you order, you actually cook them yourself.
I got some ribeye. What a great business idea, because you don't need cooks, and then if you mess it up, there's no one to blame but yourself. So I think I'm gonna put it for 6 minutes on each side because we like our steak medium. I already burned my toes. Wow.
Well, this is definitely a unique experience for a restaurant. It's also super hot. I'm gonna add some barbecue sauce to mine.
We have a friend here enjoying the heat from the barbecue. Good morning. He's not looking this way. Is he blind?
All right, well, we're finally ready to eat. And one thing that all the steaks come with is soup, potato, your garlic bread, and salad. And according to Carla, this is the weekend soup, so it's a mixture of all the soups throughout the week.
What can you taste?
I'm not sure, but it's good. I see some noodles in there, so I'm thinking there was a chicken noodle at some point. It's good though. Good idea.
The moment of truth. I wanna see if I cook my steak right. Okay, feels good, tender. I think I did a pretty good job.
Well, for our last activity, we're going to be heading to Lake Newell, a popular lake that's near Brooks. And that also means that this is our last day driving this beautiful Tundra. It's been an awesome truck. It's really grown on me, and it's kind of surprising because when they said that it had a V6, I know it's turbocharged, but still for a vehicle of this size, I wasn't sure how it was going to perform, but it's been, at least as far as I know, just as powerful as the V8, because we also drove the V8 one last year when we made a video with the Toyota Tundra for David Thompson. So if you want to check out that video, that's a good one as well. But of course with the V6, the fuel mileage is so much better in this one. And right now it's showing me that we've been averaging about 14 liters for every 100 kilometers, which is pretty good for a vehicle of this size. So we're going to be going out on a tour on a pontoon boat with By the Lake Rentals. So right now they offer tours via speedboat or pontoon, or of course you can rent a kayak and things like that. But today's a little bit too windy, otherwise they said they would take us around tubing or to see an island with a lot of birds.
Too bad that it wasn't a little bit warmer. It will be very nice to jump in the water. This island is actually a bird sanctuary and is normally filled with pelicans, but unfortunately there's none right now. However, you can see the nest on top. We're surrounded by mosquitoes, so we gotta do this quick. But we're so happy that we came out here because this lake is huge and it's super nice. And too bad that the weather wasn't better because we found out that they have some tubes and banana boats that you can use while you're out in the lake.
Yeah, it really sounds like a fun time. It's kind of like an oasis in the Badlands. And in case you're wondering why we're in a golf cart, they actually lent us their golf cart just to tour around before the sun sets and see it one last time before we go. But it won't be the last time we're here. We're definitely going to be coming back. But it was a good way to end our time here in the Badlands. It's a big area. We just showed you a little slice of it, although a very popular slice of it, but there's much more to the Badlands, so we hope we inspired you to visit. And of course, we hope we inspired you to maybe buy a Toyota Tundra, because I can tell you that they're a very, very nice truck.
Yeah, and I'm not into trucks, but I really like this one. Like, it's so spacious, it's super fancy. I love the new features.
And I'm always surprised because even the last time we had a Tundra, we get lots of remarks. Like even today at the restaurant, someone came in and was like, "Are you guys the ones that own that truck?" And we're like, "No, unfortunately we don't own it." Unless Toyota, if you want to give it to us, I mean, we'll take it.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, it's a beautiful truck, a beautiful area. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And to learn more about the Badlands and the rest of Canada, visit our website at mustdocanada.com. You ready to go?
Yeah, ready. Hold on. Oh, the sun is about to set.
Bye, mosquitoes! Adios!
Even though I'm from Mexico, this heat is hell.